Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Immigrant Section. It's your boy Abbas Wahab saying thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you motherfuckers. First and foremost, make sure to check out abbaswahab.com for my upcoming Ontario and Quebec tour dates. In Alberta, I'm going to be coming there February 16th to 21st, Edmonton and Calgary to do some shows. But the tour will be with Mo Ismail and Jesse Singh. Funny motherfucking comedians who've been on the podcast enough times. Check those out at abbaswahab.com. And enough of all that. With me today, back in the studio, my guy, hilarious actor, podcaster, and comedian, the motherfucking Amish Patel. What are you saying, dog?
Hello, brother. What's up, man?
You like
Thanks
that thing I put on the tel? I think I want to say crescendo, but I don't know if that's it.
Patel. It's a reverb.
Is that crescendo?
Reverb?
I don't know if we should put these almonds here. Now, this is now the almonds. This is going to become ASMR biting. So
You never know what could pop, dude. You never know what could pop. You know, just cut the clip, put it online with ASMR.
People are like, oh,
Podcast
God.
ASMR.
Yeah, God. That's what the whole podcast. This is the most popping episode.
When people like lick their lips and I can hear it too much, it's like, guys, it's too much ASMR, you know?
Yeah. My dad hated that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he hates. Dude, till this day, my dad, like, I used to always be like, I'll beatbox a little bit or just make sounds. My dad hates it. It like sparks his anger. It triggers him. One time we stayed at a family friends in Cairo, Egypt. Me and the family for like 3-4 days. We were in Egypt. We crashed at their place.
Sick.
And their son, one time over dinner, their son makes all these noises as he's like making a plate. His son is like...
With the food?
With the food, he's building a plate. His son is my age.
That's
like, and I saw my dad's face. I've never seen my dad, black guy's face red. Literally red.
Wow.
Like he was just, it made him so, because he's like old school discipline, like Sudan. I told you a story about like, one time I was in Sudan and the doctor wouldn't treat me because I skipped.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that story?
No.
I had bubbles on my hand. I went to the doctor. He goes, oh, you have a sun allergy.
Okay.
We're going to give you a lotion. I'm like, okay, sick. I hop off the chair and I skip over to my aunt. I'm 10. And he loses it. He rips up the prescription. He goes, this is an undisciplined child. I will not treat him.
Oh, dude. They are aggressive like that.
My aunt was begging with him. She's like, he's a Canada boy. He doesn't know. I literally sauntered, dude. I was literally like, yay, I'm about to get treated.
Wow.
I love medicine and physicians. And he lost it. He lost it like a fucking army general or some shit.
Dude, when I was a kid, I was in India and same age around, and I just had a Coke. Like, I just drank a Coke on the street. And my uncle is just like, Amish, whole community talking. How it look? How it look in community? Like, he was pissed. He's like, you drink Coke on the street? Do you know there's people starving here? You can't just have Coke on the street. You have to have respect. Sit down at a table. Dude, back then, I don't know what it is with these nerds where I was in Gujarat. They were like, you don't just eat ice cream in the winter. You don't just eat ice cream. You go to an ice cream place, sit down, eat the ice cream, or like a Coke, like sit down and drink a Coca-Cola.
If you drink it standing and marry it reminds the deprived that they're missing it, and the deprived can't see when you're sitting.
I think that's what it is.
It's like weird COVID rules, kind of.
It's weird. Like, don't you have any shame? Like, they're like, no shame. I know. Walking around and Coke and this and that. It's like I'm drinking Coke. But yeah, they back then. Now they do it.
Islam has 5 pillars of Islam. I think the 6th should be shame. You know what I mean?
It doesn't have shame?
No, shame is not part of it. But it's
impressive.
As far as the actionable rules, it's very much in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The 5 pillars are Hajj. So you go to Hajj in Mecca. You fast. You pay zakah, which is, you pay charity.
Okay.
You
guys doing 5%,
do tashahhud.
10%?
You say ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan. You say I believe in the name of God and Muhammad, who's his prophet.
Okay.
And the 5th one is you got to pray 5 times a day. Oh, no. You got to som Ramadan. You have to fast for 30 days. These are the 5 pillars of Islam.
Yeah.
And then the 6th one is be ashamed for everything.
Yeah, they do it. They have to include that. Or else how they can't get the control out of you.
It's all shame. Bro, that fucked me up, man. Till this day, I'm a little fucked up by that.
Yeah, same, dude. That's why I do the meditation. Thanks for coming, by the way, to my
I like how you transitioned into that. That was nice.
Yeah. No, thanks for coming. But that's what we do. That's what so many people need, man. They need like their parents messed them up and just put so much shame in them. I think last time I was here, I was telling you about a girl I knew who was like, she was like in love with a Muslim guy, and they were gonna get like they were just thinking about marriage, and her dad just says, "If you do that, I'll kill myself."
Yeah.
And
You were
that's
telling me.
end of story.
Yeah, I'll kill myself. Yeah.
But she's to this day is like, I never met like another. But
I cut that clip and it popped off, and people on TikTok were just like, yeah, like, you know, anytime it goes interracial with like where one side is, it's funny how like the white society and like North American society is a big push to not be racist, but the true racism is within all the immigrants that are coming here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we're the ones like, you do not marry anyone that's not Muslim. You know what I mean? It's like, or like the color is fucked up.
Have you ever had this when you were a kid? So when I was a kid, I had so at every family party, I'd have an uncle.
that had a white
Like not
white
every,
wife
No.
with a hijab?
No, we didn't do that. It was always one guy. This might offend you almost. No, but there was always not always a guy, but like every now and then there'd be some
Don't
Hindu
mind me just having
uncle,
some almonds.
Have an almond. Some Hindu uncle, and he's just having a little talk with the men about how like, what are we gonna do about the Muslims, guys? We need to get together. We need to do something because they're taking our girls, and if we don't marry, like, there's all this like marriage politics. So he's trying to organize people into doing some shit.
And
I'm
is-
like, who gives a shit, dude?
Is he even more aggressive by the standards? Are the people like giving his rants kind of like their ear? Like, are they paying attention to him, or is he kind of like? Is he like,
you know what it is?
a neo-Nazi-ish vibe, kind of like
What happens is people suck you in. So it is a little bit like I guess like even in America, there's a lot of radio shows that are like, well, these like I heard one where the guy was trying to compare like he's like, hey, you know, in the Muslims they're having 5 kids, they're getting married, 4 wives, 10 kids, and our guys this guy's turning gay, this guy got a dog. What the hell are we gonna do? The West is falling. Like there's like
we can't compete with their numbers.
we can't compete with the numbers. We got to do something. They already took Europe, and we look like idiots over here. Our boys are going trans, going gay. What the hell's going on here? And you get married, you're gonna get a dog. What the hell's your dog gonna do? They get like a little dog. You know what I mean? Like
They're looking at the sheer numbers of it, and they're absolutely right though. I mean, like, it's funny how the most advanced societies are kind of like they don't fuck themselves out of existence. Like Japan is like, they're like, the government's like, we'll pay you anything, just please have sex. please, we'll pay everything. Just
That's
fuck,
so funny.
please.
Just fucking because they're a bunch of weirdos. They just got weird.
Yeah, and all the guys are like, I've been watching anime and reading manga for 20 years. I can only experience the roller coaster of love through manga. You know what I mean?
They just, dude, it's so like opposite of our survival instinct, because I've heard stories where they're like, they'll pour their heart out to a girl and they're like, I love you too much, please be my girlfriend. And the girl's like, no, I don't want this, and you dishonor him, whatever. And then the guy will go kill himself. So it's literally opposite. It's like you're supposed to create a life, and instead you just went and killed yourself. It's like so dysfunctional, man. I don't know what happened.
It's weird in Japan. That crazy progression, like in the technology, like how advanced they are relative to everyone else, that came at a huge cost. Socially, came at a massive cost.
I think it's the bombs. I think it's the 2 nuclear bombs that the Americans dropped.
They're jaded from it.
You know what it is? It's like everyone represents trauma.
It set a bad tone.
It set a bad tone, right?
It was a bad vibe. Hiroshima, not a good vibe.
Not a good vibe, right? I mean, but you don't just come back from that, man. I mean, when they dropped the second bomb, I think, or maybe before the second bomb, I don't remember. But the prince, like, they used to think that their prince, their king or whatever, or their emperor, sorry, they thought he was God. So they really thought he was God, and their culture and their lives revolved around this man. And then he went on the radio and he said, "I'm no longer God. I'm stepping down." And
After Hiroshima, before Nagasaki.
I think it was
know
before the
which
second
one
one
was
even. I think he like gave up and then they still did the second
That's
one. Or
hilarious.
maybe it was like he was about to give up and then they dropped the second one and then but when he made that official announcement,
They bombed him into a secular fucking
they bombed him into
society.
Yeah.
Is secularity, is that a word?
Secularity, yeah. I mean, secularism. I think it would be secularism, not secularity. Maybe, I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and give that a goog.
Give it a goog it up, dude. Goog it up. But dude, what? Like, I feel like that's got to mess you up. That's got to emasculate you too. I remember me and my buddy were watching these American war training documentaries. I showed you one.
Oh yeah, for
Remember the one I showed
Germany. Do not trust the German soldier. They may look like you. They may this.
Yeah.
But the voice they use is so great. It's like that original what's it called? X-Files.
It's Franz Kafka, dude. The guy who made the documentary. He was making the most banger documentaries in America.
Dude,
And they hired him to do those 5-6 war documentaries. They're tight, man. They're America. Well,
Is he
Why
dead?
We Fight.
Is he dead?
Franz? I don't know.
What's it called?
I think it's called Why We Fight or Your Job in Germany.
Your Job in Germany.
Your Job in Germany.
I
So tight.
I showed that video to so many people.
It's such a banger video. And like at one point, they're like,
Even
so
the
it's
tone,
a training video. Yeah, the tone.
everything is the most master level propaganda like you've ever seen.
It is like it's
Gentlemen.
sad, and like just to set it up, I guess it's like it's a documentary that the U.S. War Department, I guess, made. I don't know if that's the official name of the department, but it's a document. It's like a little training video documentary they made for the soldiers they left behind in Germany after World War II.
We'll just say the first part. I won't get pulled for it. You have just seen some of the atrocities committed by the Germans. The motion picture about to see is a training film prepared by the War Department of the U.S. Army of Occupation in Germany so that they will be fully instructed and advised concerning their mission.
Tight. And at
I
one
just want
point,
to hear that first part.
it's so good.
It's so good.
By your conduct and attitude while on guard inside Germany, you can lay the groundwork of a peace that could last forever. Or just the opposite.
The fucking
Wow.
I'm gonna get pulled if I keep
He's
playing.
such a dad.
but
He's such
the
a good
voice,
dad.
it just makes you think like right away when I watched this, I was like, I'm gonna kill a German.
Yeah,
you know
I
what I
know,
mean?
I know,
Like
right away,
I was like,
right
oh my
away.
god, what are these thoughts?
Some of the lines, man. Remember one of the lines? They're like,
Do not
beware,
trust them."
beware. The same German hand that reaches out to shake your hand was only Zig Heiling 6 months ago, and they're only shaking your hand because
part.
they lost. It's like it's vicious, dude.
This part's the best part right here.
You are not being sent into Germany as educators. You are soldiers on guard.
Wow.
You will observe their local laws, respect their customs and religion, and you will respect their property rights. You will not ridicule them.
Well, let's just
That's
talk
good.
a little bit so the algorithm doesn't flag it.
Yeah. True.
Okay, now we're back.
That's
You
nice
will
though.
not argue with them.
But then this part.
You will not be friendly.
No.
You will be aloof. Watchful.
Be suspicious. It says on the street.
Suspicious.
Be suspicious.
Every German is
And then it shows the most happy-go-lucky, like
Yeah, yeah.
blonde kids.
Dude, they made a good point in that documentary. The opening whole part of that documentary was how Germans, they keep trying to take over the world, and we had to
It's not a
stop
good
them.
look. Yeah, it's not a good look, guys.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. But that's
But how did we get there?
How do we get there? We got there from Japan. We were talking about Japan. People aren't having sex. I feel like we should stay on the people aren't having sex thing.
That's a good arc.
That's a good art. yeah. We went to life and death.
Oh, okay. So check it out. So I just fucking filmed the first episode of season 2, Star Trek.
Woo! God is great, brother. God is great.
Moving on up.
You're on
moving
TV,
up.
brother. You're on the white man put you on TV. That's
Bro,
so
the
tight.
funniest thing happened when we were on set. So there's the other guy, the lead, his name is Babs Osman. He's the black guy in Dune who's like, fight me. You know what I mean?
Sick, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah. But at one point, the stunt coordinator is going through some stunts, and and his name is Babs.
Yeah.
My name is Abbas.
Okay.
We're the only 2 black guys.
Wait a minute. It's like your name is like his name, but
It's
inside.
like an anagram or
It's
what
some
the
kind
fuck.
of
Yeah.
anagram. Babs? Abbas.
Babs.
You just take the letter and switch it to the end. That's it.
So the stunt coordinator is talking, and he's the lead, right? So it's like the stunt coordinator goes, he's talking to him, and he goes, "Okay, Bob's or something." He combines the 2, and there's like 30 people there, and like the bridge of Star Trek or
Yeah.
whatever, and there was just like a momentary pause,
Yeah.
because he combined both their names,
Yeah.
and then he goes. No, Babs will be running this, and he said the sentence like he says it 3 times just to
Wow.
reinforce that he knows the correct name, and then he has to give me an instruction. He's like, "Okay, you're gonna grab the knife," and he looks at me, he points at me, he goes, "Okay, you're gonna grab the knife," and he pauses, and he goes, and I'm looking at him, and his finger is fucking literally shaking.
oh my
he goes
God.
like, he's like,
he goes.
he goes like this. "Okay, and you're gonna grab the knife." A bus. You know, like you cannot fuck up
No, you
the
know what
other
he's doing?
black guys.
He's like, Abbas, please. I don't want to get kids.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't
his
wanna
whole
get kids
career,
old.
his whole career was, and then afterwards, the first time he interacted with me afterwards, he comes up to me and just pats me on the back. He goes, "Great stuff, you're doing great." It's just like,
That's perfect.
this guy's just trying to overcorrect, you know what I mean?
Dude,
Like
you-
no hate or anything.
Yeah.
But you could even feel, like I'm going to do a bit about it, where it's like, as soon as he messed up the name, it's like, someone put on a second mask. It's like, I don't know what that is, but I'm not trying to catch that shit. You know?
They go, oh
Bro,
my God.
Being on set now, especially these like Viacom sets, There's literally two people who their entire job,
Is to be politically correct?
well, essentially,
Oh my God!
their entire
Two extra
job
people?
is they hold 5 tote bags in each hand. Each tote bag has a name.
Okay.
Each tote bag carries the face screen of an actor. When they go actors on set, the actors take their face screen off and they put it in the bag.
Oh, okay.
So these people are there just to hold masks.
Masks, okay,
While
yeah.
people are on set.
Yeah.
And they're militant about it, bro. I'd just be walking like no mask because I've got prosthetics and shit. I'm like, sir, where's your mask? Like, they have to. I'm like, I'll put it on. Chill. One guy was Mexican. One guy was straight up fob Mexican. He goes, sir, your mask? I'm like, what? I'm like, I'll put it on, bro. He's like,
Sir,
okay, man.
please.
No, he literally goes, okay, man. I just don't want you to get sick. I'm like, bro, okay, cut. I know you're not believing this bullshit. This cartel's killing motherfuckers. Talking about sick? What are you talking about sick? Each one of us gets a COVID test every 20 seconds on this set. Nobody has COVID. Let's stop with the
No,
mask.
I don't. I have no sense of danger for COVID. Like,
Zero.
I just wear a mask because everyone wants me to and I'm being polite. But I don't believe, I just don't care. I have 3 vaccines. Who gives a shit?
Did you get the booster?
I got the booster. Because our family, we own a catering company, my parents, and so they just had a clinic there. So they were like, just come get it, whatever. I don't care, but I'm not like,
There's
I
no
got
fear.
it.
The guy's like, bro, I don't want you to get sick. I'm like, bro. How
fine.
long have you been in the country? How'd they get you so fast? Like, I get this is a job, but chill. Like, I've never met one cool COVID coordinator. You know what I mean? Like, in the interview process, anybody who wears a hat backwards, they're like, you're not what we're looking for. You know? But this is a hat forward type of operation. You know?
Yeah.
You're going to need to put your mask back on, sir.
Yeah. They have like little tests.
What the fuck? Like so many of these motherfuckers. I'm like, COVID has to be adding at least to this season. I can't imagine it's adding at least
millions.
less than 5 million.
Like
$10 million.
millions, dude, of just COVID consulting.
Yeah.
The COVID consulting business
The people,
is booming.
the business, the tests,
Yeah.
and all of the bullshit administration in the middle. COVID coordinator, hey, Abbas, you're going in for fitting, so we're just gonna make sure you got to get your COVID test between 8 and 12. Follow up in a couple hours. I'm gonna need you to confirm that. Okay, I'll be there. Don't worry. All right, great. Thanks so much! Exclamation mark. Fuck off.
I mean, you're getting paid for it.
Yeah, I've done 10 COVID tests
And they're all
for
like
this one episode.
$200 or something?
I don't know. I was just literally was following up on my agent. They better fucking be.
They pay
They're
like
supposed to
crazy.
pay in 5 weeks, but they haven't paid shit.
Just chill, dude. It's
Bro,
fine.
I'm trying to pay my
It's a
shit. That's
big
the only
dude,
income.
you were in a big show. Just cool it.
It's literally
dude,
the
it's such a big bureaucracy that it's just going to take 2-3 months for work through the thing. But big checks are coming for you, brother. Don't worry. God is great.
It better.
Don't.
Your boy's trying to get his rent paid. Bro, I'm Uber eating otherwise, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You drive?
Yeah, all the time. Uber Eats, just the Uber Eats delivery.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
delivery. I don't like people in my car. but
Delivery is good
I
because
love
you
it.
can just listen to a podcast. God is great.
Hang out, medication podcast. It's great.
Meditation.
It's,
yeah.
you know, there's worse ways to spend your time, right?
Yeah, man, dude, that's so fun though that you got to play that part. I don't know how much you want to talk about. Well, I mean, you really ripped it there. That you got into it. That's great. But what do you know about the Star Trek world, the lore?
I know. Oh, that's another funny thing is. Okay, I mean, I can't say that part, but like, Star Trek is like I've seen the movies. I never really watched the shows. And I respect the franchise.
Wow, dude.
But the
They're
people involved in the show, they all love it. They're all asking me about, like, what did you think? Like, my character?
Yeah.
The versions in the previous seasons. They're like, how do you feel about, like, their new... Because every time they do new Star
So
Trek,
every
they do
other
an
series-
interpretation of, like, what's
this
it
is
called?
A continued on character? Dude,
What's Spock?
he's a Vulcan.
Like Vulcans, Klingons, these type of things.
Oh,
They do them differently every time.
Yeah.
So they're like, how did you feel about the Vulcans on Discovery versus like that? And I was like, and I was literally, before they went live, I was literally on YouTube in full prosthetics.
Yeah.
Typing in like past, what's it called? Like
past
characters, seeing how they
Yeah,
talk.
Spock's from this thing versus Spock's from
Literally,
this thing.
we're
Or
about
like
to
that
shoot.
from,
We're about to
Vulcans.
shoot. I'm
Yeah. That's hilarious, dude. Dude, there's remember the TV show? Remember the TV show where there are all a bunch of guys living in LA and one guy's an actor. It's a
Entourage.
Entourage. So remember they had one character. He was on like some sci-fi show, And then for the rest of his life, he could just go to a sci-fi convention, sign autographs.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's like,
you're right.
That's
you're
sick,
right,
dude. I used to go to those Star Trek conventions.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're a big Star Trek fan.
I love Star Trek. I've dropped off. I got to say, I haven't watched the last couple of series. And now that this must be a sign. This must be a sign that I have to get back in the game. Yeah. Even
This
someone
one's-
else that I was dating was just talking about like DS9, and I'm like, oh, I haven't finished DS9 yet.
Deep Space.
Deep Space
Like
Nine.
literally, there was 8, and then this is the 9th one.
What do you mean?
When Deep Space 9, where there were 8 versions before.
Oh no! It's just called Deep Space, like Station Number 9.
Deep Space 9.
I think the 9 is for Deep Space. It's like Deep Space Station Number 9, and they're guarding a wormhole.
Gotcha.
Great show though. It was so tight. It was like after 4th season, it just becomes war politics. It was tight.
I know you love that shit too.
I love war politics. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
policy. It really is just kind of like politics in space and like.
yeah.
The Federation does not stand for this type of blah blah. We ask that you step down and this or threaten an act of war with the Federation. Like it's
Yeah.
all like policy, war, fucking.
Yeah, in cultures, like how different cultures are getting along. I was telling you before, like the Ferengi were like Jews. They were
that's
supposed
so
to be like
funny.
a bad stereotype.
Did they have
of,
a
like,
backlash online?
I don't think so, because everyone who made the show was Jewish, and the actors were Jewish.
Facts.
So I don't think they care. I think other people get offended for people, but I don't know. That's one thing. But there's other like the whole show, I feel like, was a metaphor for Israel-Palestine, maybe. Like the Bajorans, Kardashians were representing different sides, and they were just making all these commentaries on that kind of stuff. But it's tight, man. It's a good show.
You know what's funny is like the uselessness of fucking producers. They would come
Wow.
on set and just be like, say the most useless shit. And then like, I remember this one chick came on set, requested something, and like, it was the opposite of what they were going to do. And then he was like, well, no, that doesn't make sense because we got to get a close of him from that angle. And then she goes, oh, yeah, that's what I said. Then that's exactly what I'm going for. It's like she understood that he was adamant on going the original direction. So she flipped it, saying, oh, no, that's what I meant. Like, no, you meant the opposite. I'm standing right here. I understood what you requested.
Right,
and he's
right,
clearly
right.
not budging. So you're like, instead of being like having this conflict moment, they just go bullshit. Like, no, yeah. And then she goes back there, I guess, talks to the other ones. I don't know what the fuck.
You got to fight your battles, man, because you don't want to get to the end of the day and you haven't shot your scenes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
I've seen that, dude. So people get to the end of the day, like you as a director, you're working with a team, and you have 8 hours in the day, and they're tight on that, dude. They like. I remember one time I was on set, and we were going 5 minutes over on lunch, and someone had to say grace for lunch to each person who was working.
What does that mean, graceful?
Like they have to say that it's not some kind of abusive situation where you're just workhorsing us. So in order to ensure that every person on set, not one person, has to confirm. You have to confirm that I can give you a grace 5 minutes for lunch. I won't pass out.
But you know what's funny is that like there is an implied like thing that you will consent. There's an implied consent. What are you gonna be like? I can't grace. You know what I mean? Like so the whole production has to stop if one person says no, right?
Yeah.
So no one will say that person. No one is going to say no.
There's some radicals out here. There's some radicals. They might be union. They might work in the union. They might be union reps, and they go, you know what? I'm gonna have to call it, guys.
Bro,
sorry.
yesterday, I got to set at 8 a.m. Prosthetics till 11 a.m.
Sick.
We got lunch at 5 p.m.
Wow,
1 hour break, and I
what
got
a
wrapped
dream.
at 11:30.
Yeah.
And was out of there by 12:15 because they got to pull the whole shit off.
Listen, you could
16 hours.
You could complain about that to ACTRA, but they're probably gonna be like, listen, this is a big company. We need that. So just shut up.
Oh, I'm not. The fact that I'm only on set 2 days.
Yeah, you're not
I'm
gonna
like,
complain.
I'm like, it's overtime. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, like, treat me like a slave while I'm here. Fuck it. I mean, the shit is on. Let's do it.
It's such an experience. It's so exciting for you, dude. It's so
The fact
fun.
that I don't have to come back, dude. Doing that 2 days in a row and then looking at the prosthetics guy, I'm like, Jesus, fuck, dude. You have to do this for the whole rest of the season.
Yeah.
I have never. When shows get to that size, it becomes just like working an engineering job again.
It does. It does.
When
And they literally
acting
have an
becomes
engineering
that
department.
size, when acting becomes that size, or sorry, when like the production is that big, the whole thing operates like a corporation.
Dude,
the guy's just there. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is even worse than an office job right now. This is
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
worse. You're in a trailer.
Yeah.
People come out. It's cold as shit outside.
Yeah.
And every time people walk out of the trailer, they slam the door shut. That's something you don't realize.
And it's not. They don't have the security. They don't have the security of an office job either. It's a tough job, man.
But you know they're not gonna just stop shooting it. It's great money, but
That
I'm
show,
like,
but okay, that show ends.
I don't know how they raise families. These people. Everyone was on set.
They're
from
like
8
married to
a.m.
each other. They're married to each other. So
Everyone was on set from 8 to like midnight.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how do motherfuckers have families here?
No, you take time off, and you have and they're also working in production, so they understand.
It's crazy to me, but I'm like, the people don't understand the movie TV industry. It consumes your life.
Yeah, yeah.
It consumes your life.
Yeah, you become a workaholic. It's an automatic workaholic place if you want to be any kind of successful, or else it's not going to happen.
But I'll give a shout out to the director, Chris. I forget his last name, but it was pretty cool. Like we're literally in like not the Enterprise, but we're like in like a ship, the big circular hallways where
Yeah.
you run. You know what I mean?
That's so sick.
And at one point, this is like 9 o'clock. This is hour 13.
Wow.
He's just FaceTiming his kids. And he comes and he's like, and he just starts walking through. Everyone's tired. We want to get wrapped. But he's just like on FaceTime. He's like, look. And he walks up to a guy. He's like, look, this is a Klingon, a mean Klingon. And the guy's like, ah. And he kept walking around and everyone was like, ah. And I was like, oh,
so
that's
you
pretty
get
cool.
perks. You get perks.
Yeah, I'm like, man, those kids have it pretty good. And like that weird. And the kids are like, they're literally in bed. You see them on the screen.
That's so cute. That's
I'm
amazing.
like, it lifted the vibe of the whole set. It was 13 hours in.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that literally was like, you just removed 2 hours from the set somehow. The energy of that.
It's what the Zen call doing, non-doing. Because if you think about it, if you were being weird, you would be like, "Don't call me right now. I'm working. I don't need you right now." Like people get divorces over this shit, but this guy knows to just be in the moment and be like, "Hey, my kid's calling. Yo, come check it out." That's how the best people are, though. Honestly, the people who like spaz out, it's like they're like, "Don't call me at work," and I've done that myself too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like I'm more that guy.
I know. No,
fuck.
same.
Yeah.
I've been like that, but now I've learned to just be like, chill out and deal with the situation as it comes, not be so compartmentalized and like.
Well, you're not
serious.
gonna be a father if you don't pick up that call. Like,
gotta-
I don't know
you
how
gotta-
long you've been on set.
It's
If I
not the
got here at
70s,
8,
man.
I don't know. Yeah, like you gotta see them at one point.
You got
They're
to,
getting
dude.
tucked in.
Dude, you're married to an American Canadian woman. They will leave your ass, dude, in a second. It's not like our dads that
No.
didn't do shit,
Oh,
and then the like women had no choice. Dude, these women are like, you need to spend more time or fucking figure it out.
I know.
I don't wanna hear it. Yeah,
you'll
you're
literally
out.
get left behind. All your shit will get taken.
And they're not wrong though. Like you have to do that. You have to call your kid. You have kids. Call your kids, man. Just call them on set and be like, dude, how could you not show your kids that you're working on Star Trek? It's a gift.
Oh yeah, I mean they just started shooting this week. But here's another thing I have that's so weird about acting.
Okay.
That's so fucking weird. Is that like,
I love that you booked this, and I know so many serious like theater actors. I'm not myself even. I'm like you, but I end up.
but
booking
you're
these
like
parts.
me, but like,
I end up booking these parts,
but
but there's
you've
people,
done it 10, 20 years. You're like me, but like 20 years.
Yeah,
ago.
you're like 5-10 years ahead, I guess.
Well, 10, over 10, but,
but there's people who went to theater school and shit. They don't book this stuff. It's so sad. I feel bad for them.
Yeah, right? Isn't that hilarious?
That is hilarious.
Dude, and this is the funny thing. The more I get on set, the more I realize is like, you have this thing of like, every time you get on set, you assume the lead is going to be like Daniel Day-Lewis or Christian Bale. Genius, method, people you can't really talk to.
Yeah.
But bro, when I'm on set, the leads are always making more mistakes than me. Because they have so many lines. Every day is new lines.
Yeah.
And I got like a couple lines. I never fucked up a line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every scene, I nail my lines. And they're just like skipping lines. They go, my bad. They reset. I have that fear of like, don't fuck up the line. Because
Yeah.
this whole machine will have to reset because of you.
Yeah.
I have this inferiority complex, right? And then this last time I was on, I'm like, man, this guy's fucking up his lines all the time. It made me so relaxed.
Yeah.
He did 3 fuck ups before.
Wow, what a gift. What a gift for you.
What a gift. But here's the
It's
weird
helping you
thing.
out, make you feel good.
Here's the weird thing. When you go on set with, like, I've done The Boys now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've done What We Do in the Shadows.
Sick. Yeah, I did a day on that too. That's such a fun set.
Yeah,
What
that
We Do
was
in the
so
Shadows?
fun. So fun. That and this. And every single time it's a long season, the actors have the leads have a similar vibe. You know what? You're a day player.
Yeah.
You're there for a day, you're doing your part, and you get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
So they have this vibe of treating you like you're tumbleweed that's rolling through.
Yeah.
So nobody really wants to like we're literally all 3 of us when we're not shooting, we're sitting in a room, the 3 of us, and there's like no conversation. And like zero. I'm talking hours. Like
Yeah, they're
one person
weird,
will
eh?
put on their headphones like this.
Like the lead actors, you mean?
The leads. And I'm just
Yeah.
like trying to talk, and I'm just like, at one point I come in, they're sitting on the couch, the leads are talking to each other. and he's got a bag of apples that fucking. It's so weird that being on set.
They're not like comics where everyone's fighting to talk. They're
Yeah.
actually the kind of place where if you start hanging out with them, you'll be the comic in the room.
Oh
all the
yeah,
time.
no, 100%. And what's weird is like assistants come in and ask. It's me, them, and me in the room. And the assistants come in and just go, "You guys need coffee? You guys need anything?
I love
you guys
that.
need anything?"
They just
And their
treat you
back
like a
is to
child.
me. No, their back is to me.
They don't even look at you. Yeah.
I'm cast though. I'm principal.
Yeah, you're
And they're
principal.
still not
They need to
looking
have
at
respect.
another guy. A lesser guy comes and goes,
Okay.
Hey, you need anything? You know what I mean?
That's
But
how they
to the-
compartment. They have systems though. For
Oh,
everything.
hierarchy is no more visible. Even hierarchy is more visible on set than the military.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah. You have to.
literally.
It's the only way to operate.
You guys need you tea, anything? The one guy, the lead goes, "Do you guys have bananas? Can I get a banana?" They're like, "We're out of bananas." He goes, "What?" Like, yeah. I'm like, damn, we about to have a Kristen Bale blow up off some bananas in this bitch.
No bananas.
But every time they just, I'm like, damn, I'm like, no way. These people never just go, "Do you want anything?" They
No,
go,
they
"Do you
can't.
want anything?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll have a ginger lemon tea, honey in it, and a green salad. But I have the dressing on the side." And then just leave. They just leave. And I'm like, "Can I get a ginger lemon tea? I'm principal too. What the fuck?"
No. They're
What
not for
the
you.
fuck?
They're not for you. You are below the line. There's above the line, below the line, Abbas. Above the line, then you have your own personal assistant. You have your own PA, production assistant. Sorry. But if you go below the line, nobody's looking at. And if you go extra, dude, one time I was on set and they wouldn't let the extras eat until the actors ate.
Oh, it's always the time.
So much food. We're at a cottage up north 2 hours away. There's 2 more people. And the girl that I'm acting with, she's so mean. She's like mad that she's on the show. And I don't know these 2 extras who are actors. They're in front of us in line. And they try to turn around and talk to us and have a conversation. Like, yeah, so we're actually actors and we do that, whatever. And this girl, this girl that like was pissed about being on set. She goes, "Hey, why are the extras eating before the actors?" And she just said it out loud. And then she got the producer to take him out. Yeah.
That's shocking.
Strict hierarchy.
I love it. I love just being like direct to these people. Like I was in line, like in full prosthetics and stuff with the lunch thing.
Yeah.
And the cast was like, "You can go ahead of me. You can go ahead of me." I'm like, "No, bro, we're in a fucking line. We're all gonna get our food. I don't need to go ahead of you." He's like, "You can go ahead of me." Like
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
it's so weird because the people really kind of work in the hardest. I don't want to say hard because it depends on what you're doing, but a lot of times it's people on set that are going wild. You know?
They're
It
like
was-
rock stars, eh? They're like pretty rip and dip.
Yeah,
Because it takes a lot to be able to handle
Especially
that kind of
the
lifestyle.
grips. They're like fucking just
Tattooed
like,
up, yeah. You know how many
like-
times I've been on a set where the lead actor is supposed to be this cool guy, and he's such a loser.
And the gr- and
you'll
the-
come, and the
everyone
grips
around
are
him.
like fucking, yo, fuck that. Say, like they're doing better jokes. They're like just chill, cool guys.
If you see me on set, I'm shooting the shit with the PAs. I'm shooting the
Yeah.
shit with
They're way
all
cooler.
the core. Wait, they're humans.
they're yeah.
They're humans.
They're like warriors or something. They're like a weird kind of human. Even they're like more human. They're like more grounded or something. They
Like,
just work.
I
They
come
work with
in
their
one
hands.
time. The leads they're on
Electricians. Yeah.
the leads are in that room we were sitting in.
Yeah.
They're off to the side. I come in. I didn't even see him. I see because Buddy, who yesterday goes, they're like, "We don't have bananas." And he's like, "Oh." Today they brought a big bag of apples and a big bag of bananas. They're right there at his table. And I come in. I think I'm alone in the room. I'm like, I literally go like this out loud. I'm like, "Damn, give me an apple." And then I look and they're there. They're in the room in the distance on a couch talking, like very talking like this quietly.
Yeah.
And I'm alone. It's us 3 in the room, and they're in the corner, and they're just like, and then I literally go, "Yo, can I?" When I see that they saw me before I sit, I'm like, "Damn, give me an apple." And then I look at them. I'm like, "Oh fuck." I'm like, "Yo, can I get an apple?" And they just look at me and they don't say anything to me. It was the weirdest thing, and I just.
Because they could have said, sorry, apples are for above the line.
Oh no, they could have been like, "Grab one," or they could have been like, "What? Yeah, go for it." They could have been like, "No, they're mine." He just looked at me and didn't respond and continued their conversation. And I was just like, "God, this is so weird." And I just sat down, and now I'm sitting like this, and the conversation is just happening over there. And I'm pretending like I haven't eaten something to be on my phone for. Just like,
Yeah. Just grab the apple, though. What are they going to do?
I mean, it's over at his shit. I'm not gonna go grab it.
oh,
just
it's
'cause
in their area.
It's yeah. They have their. My chair says cast.
Wow, so by
their
them
chair
not saying
says their
anything,
names.
they disrespected you even harder because it's in a spot that you can't even just grab it.
Yeah, they're at their chairs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally where the door is.
Yeah. But
They're on chairs that say their name.
Yeah,
the
you-
characters' names because they're leads, and
Yeah.
my chair says cast. But still, principle, they put them all in the same area when they're on set, right?
Right. Wow.
But I was just like, damn, you guys are. And the same. And what's funny, we're talking about extras. I was on What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
The whole scene was in a subway cart.
Sick.
It's all three of the main guys.
Yeah.
The main guy, the main chick, and the main.
So funny, dude.
And me, I'm like a crackhead.
Yeah.
And I'm a principal. I have a bunch of lines. I'm like scaring people. And there's a bunch of extras filling up the subway cart. Like it's a normal subway cart.
Yeah.
And it's so funny when you watch the director treat. You see, it's almost like she notches down mentally her treatment. She talks to the leads. Oh, that was so great. She's literally, every time she talks, she does this with her hands, kind of. And then
In a prayer hand? She does prayer
kind
hand.
of a prayer
She's like,
thing.
So the thing is, wow, what a subconscious
Yeah,
trick. You're like,
and then-
so the thing is, I think it's really important, whatever, and just subconsciously you're telling someone like, I'm bowing down to you or something.
I don't know. I don't
So
know what it
weird.
is. And then she comes to me and she's like, "Okay, I like what you did. Eye contact, full engaged, not like that. Kind of treating me like a normal colleague peer."
Right.
And then she wanted to talk to one of the extras right next to me.
Not allowed.
She literally goes like this. She snapped and goes, "Remind me what's your name?" She snapped and pointed and she goes, "Remind me what's your name?" He goes, "Evan." She's like, "Okay, all right, you're gonna be coming in." I'm like, "Oh my god."
Oh, she's not supposed to talk to the extras though. She
no,
was the
could-
director?
Yeah. Oh,
Director's
no,
not
it
supposed
wasn't.
to-
It was.
Oh, it was PA,
It was the. No, there was actually an extras coordinator.
Extras coordinator.
But the extras coordinator started snapping and goes, "Remind me your name." And I was like,
Wow,
"Damn, I've
dude.
never seen that
Yeah,
shit." I'm
extras are
like,
treated
"Remind
like
me your
shit.
name." I'm like, "Whoa." Just to see it all in the subway cart, the 3 levels of treatment. I'm like, this is the weirdest shit you've
It's
ever.
so weird how they treat extras, dude. It's such a weird, and they're also progressive and liberal, and they're so like, no, we believe in equal, whatever. They treat, they would snap, dude. The girl that I was acting that thing with, at one point, the DOP, the guy who's handling the camera,
The director, photographer.
the director of photography, he asked her to step over.
Say DP.
DP,
Yeah.
director of photography. She asked her to step over, and then she was like, "Kevin, do you want me to step over?" And Kevin, the director, had to say yes. So that she did it, and then she was like, "I get my direction from the director."
Well, okay,
She was like-
repeat all of that.
So basically, I was on a set where this girl, she had just finished being in some big TV show. And it's over for her. Like, she's not going to book anything else in her life, probably. Not to be mean. This is years ago. She's not going to remember this. But, like, she was some big
She's
deal.
watching this at home, crying with a violin for some
I
reason.
think it's over, dude. I think it's over. Have I ever told you, like, one time even a casting director, like, someone who works at one, was telling me that a girl came in, did an audition, and then started crying and saying, "Please, I need it. Like, please, I haven't booked it so long." Like, and they were like, "Okay, we'll call you."
Susan, it's over.
Susan, this is inappropriate. Leave. No, but this girl was on some big TV show. Imagine she's the lead on Degrassi Junior, like 10 seasons ago, Degrassi High. Whatever. She thinks she's gonna be famous now. She's going to LA. This and that. She's doing an SOC with me. It's like some beer commercial. SOC means silent on camera. She made the term called, "This is a glorified extra role. I can't believe I'm doing this." She would only.
She said glorified extra.
She said, "This is a glorified extra role. What
Yeah.
are we doing here? Like, I'm a lead, whatever." But the whole time, heavy hierarchy. Like, the DP, like, she gets direction from the director. At one point, the DP asked her to move over. She wouldn't move. She looked to the director and said, do you want me to?" "Oh, because I work with the director, not a director of photography." Like, she was like that. And then she's the same one who 2 extras were in front of us in line, and she got them removed. She was like, "I'm sorry, aren't the extras supposed to eat after the actors? It's like part of the rules." So and then
Those people are in such a fucking like vacuum of that. When you're on set long, that's what happens with these leads. I think they're going from big project to big project so consistently that they're staying in this bullshit vacuum of like treatment that's not reality.
It's not, and
So
it's
it's like
not
when
even
you
that
come in a room-
consistent, dude.
Yeah,
they're gonna be waiting to.
Well, this
Sometimes
dude's been
they're
like
consistent.
killed.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I know. Oh, here's the crazy. I was talking to them like they're like the main chick. She was like lives in Australia. She's from Australia.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, I was here." I'm like, "So you moved here to film this?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "How long is this gonna film?" She's like, "They're saying 5 months, but who knows? Last season I was here 9 months." I was like, "Hey, you were here 9 months last year? Do you have a family?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "This is what acting becomes if you're a series regular on these things." She was in Canada 9 months out of the year to film a season, and she has a family.
Yeah. So
9
they
months.
pay a lot of money, and then you can fly the family over.
But that's not how she was doing it.
No, it's too much. It's too much. You can't be. It's 9 months. Yeah, I guess so.
9 months.
It's like they got to move here.
And
or,
next year is 5 months. And
you got
these-
kids and shit too. She has kids.
I said family. I don't know if there's
knows?
kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever,
I don't know.
yeah,
but
yeah.
like, I'm like 9 months. I don't want like The second day on set, when we hit the hour 16,
Yeah.
and that guy, the prosthetics guy, was taking my shit off.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, call time's. Thank God, call time's 1:00 tomorrow." I'm like, I'm not here tomorrow, and I cannot believe like the feeling of relief I have in my gut that I'm not coming back on this set anytime soon.
Wow.
I hope I come back in like the next month or something for
Yeah,
a
it's
day or
fun,
two.
dude. It's so fun. And it's so much
A
money.
day or two,
Yeah.
here or there, I love it. But 2 days in a row, I felt if I got back on set the third day today, if I was back on set today,
Yeah.
it would be just like engineering. The total dreadful thing I ran from. That was that
But dude,
exact
you're
feeling
playing
was
like.
kicking in.
I'm glad they gave you like a thug. Like
Oh,
they gave you like
oh.
someone who's like fight.
I
But,
can't wait for this
because
shit to
imagine
drop.
like you're on Star Trek and like you're
I'm
like
like,
I just want to
this
be an
guy.
actor. I don't want to be an engineer, mom and dad. I want to be an actor, whatever. And then you book Star Trek and they're like you're head of engineering and you're like
Yeah, yeah, you're like, yeah, Captain, the throttle boosters are at their limit. It'll
Yeah,
be like
exactly.
one line.
It'll be always like those lines of like technological lines.
No,
Yeah.
my line was actually, and I had to like walk out. Like, yeah, when my shit. The
That's
problem
sick,
is
dude.
the scene
It
is
looks
not
so sick.
gonna come out for literally 14 months or 15 months.
Yeah, I know,
At least
right?
it's season 2, episode 1.
Don't think about it. Who cares? I remember I did a Handmaid's Tale. It didn't end up in the episode.
But you were principal though, with lines
I had
was it
lines,
just-
yeah, I had lines, yeah.
What was the role?
It was just like we were two driver guys. We were like me and another guy were trying to pull like some driving like stealing alcohol heist.
Pull some puss. Oh, it's like Prohibition or some shit. I've never watched the show.
Well,
I
don't-
just know like.
Abbas,
Yeah.
it's a feminist masterpiece.
I know.
And you're gonna be like, yo, would you care to do pull some puss? I was like,
Yo, let's get some bitches in this shit.
Would you play in Handmaid's Tale? Someone who got some puss?
Yo, did you fuck anyone on set?
No. Handmaid's Tale is like what's on Prohibition is in a sense the pussy because you can't. Basically, it's like government forces you to have sex and make kids or something.
And there's
like
only like designated chicks that can like bear children, right?
Lady.
And the high level bitches, they just stay chilling. It's pretty much exactly what's happened. Like, look, Kim Kardashian just gets surrogates.
It's honestly-
isn't it the same shit?
that. If you watch Handmaid's Tale, you're like, this is tight. It's tight sci-fi. It's like really good sci-fi. It's basically
heard
like
it's great.
militaristic. It's amazing. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I was an extra. By the way,
sick.
I've done so much extra work. When I got into acting, when I moved to
Wow.
Toronto, for 2 years, I did extras to pick up that $200 check for the day.
Yeah.
It's funny how it changes.
That's why you
when
hate
you,
it.
When now
on set.
when you become principal, you go do a COVID test for like 20 minutes, and they pay you, like $2 bills.
That's $2 bills, dude. And then
And
your day
back
on
in the
set.
day, I used to be 12 hours on set.
Yeah.
And what people, I've already talked about this, but when you're an extra, you've been an extra before?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they put you in a gym with 100 foldable chairs.
Yeah, not
It just
anymore,
looks
I
like a
know.
refugee camp.
My agent is like, we're not doing.
Yeah, no, I was on a different agency completely,
Yeah.
but I haven't done any. It's just not worth the time. I'd rather not work.
Exactly, and it shows. I guess my agent was like, it just shows them that like I did it early on, but then my agent now is like it just shows that you'll do anything, and then they'll downgrade you.
Yeah,
So,
well,
like, if-
I did The Boys as an extra and as principal, and you're not allowed to do that. You're
Right.
not allowed to be an extra and principal. I just did it with 2 different agencies, and nobody
Wow, that's sick, dude.
you know what I mean? Way
to beat
extras
the
fucking
system,
hilarious.
baby.
I actually did you
Dude,
see my?
extras are silly though. It is. It's the way they're treated is crazy,
Did I
and
tell
then,
you-
and then they're also kooky.
They're
They're silly people.
Ricky Gervais
Ricky
wrote a
Gervais,
show
oh, dude,
called
I love it. I
Extras.
love that show. It's so accurate.
Because I was with my buddy Mike or Mark. I was like, bro, we should write a show called Extras because the subculture on these sets is fucking hilarious. And then
then
I
it just-
Googled it, and it's already a
It's
show,
already a
and it's
show.
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky
I'm
Gervais.
like-
It's so tight.
I didn't think I would have done it differently because I literally was like, yo, I'm gonna write this, and then I was like, fuck, it's already been done, kind
Yeah,
of thing.
you wouldn't have wrote it with all this. He has a celebrity in every episode. That's tight.
And his version is like the extras who are always trying to get more lines, which you don't really see in Canada. Where there's no
No?
extra really trying to be like
I've
move
s-
to principal.
I've seen the ambition in some of their eyes. I've seen them try to
Oh,
do it.
absolutely.
And I'm like, you're crazy for trying to do this all day. Like you're like you need to just chill out. It's a 12-hour day or like 10-hour day. All day I've seen one or two guys, not much. I've seen one or two guys though that have just been like, try to get a line, bro. Trying to get a line. Gotta get a line. Gotta like they said, and they're trying to catch the director. So the director says like, oh, director, talk to me.
Yeah.
Director, talk to me. I'm great.
I
I gotta call the actor. I'm up. I don't know. I'll call the actor. And they're just like, shut up, Timmy.
but that type of person is considered like difficult to work with, though. So you're not gonna end up lasting.
No,
long
I don't
if
think
you're
he
doing that type of shit.
Yeah. I don't see much of that. I don't see much of
But you
that.
know American Gods?
Yeah.
I was an extra as a slave in the background. They had a room. They had a room
I
full
love
of
American
like
Gods, too.
30 black people dressed as slaves.
So were you on the ship when he did the opening
No,
monologue?
I'm in the cotton fields.
But remember the monologue he did?
I wasn't there for that. I'm season 3,
But
episode 4.
Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
Nope.
Mad TV. The guy does a monologue. The guy from Mad TV. He's an actor. He's like one of the gods.
Which Mad TV?
Remember Mad TV, the show, the sketch comedy. show.
Oh yeah, which guy?
I forgot his name. It's not Key and Peele. It's another guy. Whatever. But
Michael McDonald?
maybe I don't know.
No,
But this guy.
Keegan-Michael Keegan and
No, it's not. It's not those two. It's another guy from Mad TV.
the black guy.
He was a black guy on Mad
The tall
TV.
black guy.
He's tall.
So the guy in Key and Peele, the other one, Keegan-Michael Keegan.
No.
whatever.
It's not those two.
Okay.
Those two were on Mad TV. There's
Gotcha.
another
Good
black
call.
guy.
You did
on-
open with that. Yeah.
Another black guy from Mad TV was on it. But incredible monologue, dude. And it's a whole monologue basically where he's in the bottom of a slave ship and he just causes a revolt because he's like, they're just going to fuck you. So just kill them.
That's
It's
so fucking sick.
incredible
It's like
monologue.
it's like a football like pep up like
It is like that. We're doing this. Yeah. Let's just fucking kill them. Because it's
Well-
going to be fucked forever. And the guy has like a banger suit on. They're all like chained up and stuff. It is like, I saw some pictures of that actually, of you.
as a slave.
As a slave, yeah.
So-
it was like that kind of costume.
Full slave, and they have a scene in a cotton field, and they'd grab a couple slaves at a time. Coordinator would come and be like, "I need 3 more," and then three. Coordinator's white with like this type of headphones with a clipboard. All right, I need 3 more, and 3 like black slaves. Like one guy's like, one guy's got full lashes on his back, like prosthetic lashes, and he's on Instagram.
Oh my God, you know what's crazy?
Like he got whipped 100
Imagine
times.
like these aliens come back to be like, are they ready for our ascension? And they're like, oh no, there's still
The best part was at one point,
nothing's changed.
a coordinator comes in and goes, "All right, can anyone cry on demand?" She goes, yo, listen to this. He goes, "Can anyone cry on demand?" There's an old black guy goes, and he's literally like cleaning his shoe. I said, old black extra. By the way, extras are always old people because a lot of retired people become extras.
Yeah, why not?
So all the time it's old people. This old black guy goes, "Can anyone cry on demand?" And he goes, "Yeah, that sounds like a special talent to me." And they go like this, and they leave, and he goes, "Shit, I ain't crying for free." I'm like, what? This is the show. This is better than what's happening outside. That's when
That's
I was
so
like,
tight, dude.
this needs to be a show.
You know what that would be great for is if you did a sketch comedy show even about political shit. Because a lot of black sketch comedy shows, they do hard political shit like that. So that would be just a banger ass sketch on a political like.
But I like to stay away from that stuff just because I don't read the news. I stay away from the news.
Yeah.
So I'm not usually informed on what the fuck is happening.
No, but haven't you seen a black sketch comedy show? They just have every now
Key
and then.
Peele, Chappelle show.
Every now and then they have a political one. They don't all have to be political. Like you have your comedy
Like
sketches.
Chappelle being like Black Bush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found that,
tried to
dude.
ki-
Chappelle even did
the
that.
nigga tried to kill my father.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, bitch, you cooking?" He hits the fucking
No.
thing and he runs.
Remember when they were the pimps that went back in time?
Yeah, of course.
They
The
did
player
it.
haters.
The player haters, yeah. They went back and they did sketches like
I
that.
just watched that too the other day.
Sick. But dude, that you basically lived through a sketch. The
He's
guy
like,
goes, the guy
"Honky.
goes,
What's a honky?"
sounds like
He
a
goes-
special skill to me.
Yeah. Literally, while he's like cleaning it, she goes, "Sounds like a special skill to me." And they're just like, "What?" He's like, "I ain't crying for free shit."
Yeah, because-
I didn't even know about special skills because that's a different pay
Because
rate.
they're trying to take advantage of people
Exactly.
and not pay them the extra
Exactly.
for crying. God damn it,
Exactly.
that's an actor or special skills.
Who knows the situation? Who knows the situation?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but it's a good thing. There's always a guy there. Man, I remember one time when I was young, I got a job at like a factory, right? And it was that kind of vibe. It was all immigrants who were there, and they kind of banded together. So I remember one time I was just like so young and eager to work hard, and this guy goes, "Brother, pay not increase if you do $10 or $25. Do 5 in 1 hour. That's it." Like he had to be like,
That's the union mentality.
That's the union mentality. Yeah.
And when you're young and like driven, that you're like, this guy's a loser. Fuck that. But then when you're older, you realize, pace yourself.
Pace
Because
yourself.
they want to utilize you like you're a human robot, but you're not. You're a human.
Yes,
You're not a
but-
robot. You're not an automation machine. So it's like,
That's exactly what he said. He goes, "Brother, we are free people, brother. We are God. You're a child of God, brother. Don't not a machine for them to make them rich. Don't worry about that." Like he just gave me a whole speech. He's like, "Don't work hard."
I love
Don't
that
work hard.
shit.
That's so
I
good,
love
eh?
that. I love
Yeah.
it when old
Pray-
people
pray-
put you on game to like that.
That's I know, right? That guy.
Listen. You don't start that until the 7.5. After the break, we go into overtime. So you don't start this task until that time. Okay, bro?
brother, we are a slave of God, not slave of these white people. Don't worry. Like he just has rips, dude. He would pray 5 times a day, and people would be pissed.
This
The
is
managers.
like on a manufacturing site.
Yeah, manufacturing site. This guy would pray
Get the
5 times
prayer
a day.
rug and everything.
No, he'd go to the washroom and do it. And these white managers would be like, you know what? He's praying 5 times a day. He's like washing his dick in there. I don't know what the hell he's doing.
There's water bottles in the stalls. Why are there water bottles in the stalls?
I think he washes his dick before he prays. And dude, they're pissed. But then he comes back and says, if you fire me, then I have
will
to call
sue-
the government
Yeah.
and tell them what discrimination happened. I don't know.
I'm gonna sue you and apply for disability. Like,
Yeah, he's like, please, yeah, fire me. Hilarious, dude. So goofy. It was.
immigrants always put you on game. They
do.
always know it's funny. We're like the need to survive gets you like makes you want to like
Help others?
Find not even the short. Yeah, help others. Tell people the shortcuts. But because there's the opposite of like, like when I started getting cars, everyone in Ontario was like, you don't put the full price on the bill of sale, you idiot. They charge you tax on the bill of sale.
Then government
You put
take
the
money.
lower price. The insurance is off the blue book, not off the sale price. You crash, they pay you 10,000, even though you buy for 3 and you pay tax for 1. You know what I mean? Like
Wow.
they tell you that shit. And then I went to America and I was flipping a Ford F-150 because I used to live in Michigan, right?
Yeah.
And at one point I realized you could buy trucks cheap in Ontario because no one likes a V8, and in Michigan everyone loves a V8. So you buy them, import them, and sell them.
Okay.
And I did it one time. And when I finally was selling it to this old black dude, was selling it to him for like 5 G's or something like that. And I go, hey, like in Michigan, same type of deal. Do you pay tax on what the sale price is? I'm like, hey, what do you want to write here? Because you'll just be paying tax on. So we can drop this. He goes, oh no. Let's just put the number. Let's just put the number. Like
Wow.
he's an old school by the book guy who like worked hard at a plant and got his pension. Like he's that type. You know what I mean?
I
get no
have
hate.
the money and I don't need it.
No, I don't want problems. I just want to do it. I don't need the IRS in my you know what I mean? Like, and then an immigrant would be like, here, gift. Tell them you are a family. We do the gift transfer. It's like, bro, we don't even have the same last name. No. I have a friend, notary department. You'll notarize. Like, immigrants will really try to push it where you both get fucked.
Yeah.
But this guy was like, no, just put the price.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just pay the taxes I owe.
Well, they're always surprised here, and they're like, I have so many immigrant like cousins, uncles, family members, whatever, and they come to Canada. I sound like such a racist right now, such a hick. But
Please,
they come to
I
Canada.
welcome it.
They come to Canada and they go. I mean, government steal your money, take your money. No, But then they're complaining like they're pissed about Canada, but it's like, yeah, you're ruining it. You're taking welfare. Like you're like they are nice.
You are the problem. Yeah.
You're the problem. Like they're nice, and they're like, I had uncles living in the house one time where the guy's he's like, Amish, I take disability, still working under table. This government is stupid. And I'm like, they're helping you, dude. Because they have social programs.
I know.
He's like, no, if I don't take it, then everyone's just going to get lazy.
I know.
Then these women will get pregnant for no reason and just have kids. Like, it's so weird, conservative
Isn't that
thinking.
hilarious?
So funny. It's
Where
like
it's
you're
like-
ruining it. And that's why even in India, it's
ruined.
fucked.
That fucking
Complete mistrust of government.
Yeah, right. And that shit just perpetuates stereotypes like crazy, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you look at right now this trucker strike and like not trucker strike so much, but like I feel like that not trusting the government, it's happening in America too now.
Oh, it's been happening. That's why the whole basis for Trump getting elected
was like we don't trust it,
we
blow
don't
it up.
trust Clinton, we don't trust politicians. This guy's like this guy says outlandish shit and he's a politician.
Yeah.
We'll vote for him on the basis that he seems to say shit your friend would say at a bar. I'm
Yeah.
voting for him because of that.
Yeah, even
You've
Bush
never
got
seen
that.
Clinton say some shit your friend would say at a bar ever.
No,
They play right within the line. You know what I mean?
yeah.
They
Obama,
are
too, he's
terrorists.
so tight.
We must fund the military and protect the nation.
Yeah.
Jobs need to go up. Mexicans need to stay out. These are the talking points of every politician.
Yeah,
pretty
whatever
much.
it is. Yeah, but
This guy
very
goes
professional.
like, I don't like all black people. I actually have a problem with a lot of Mexicans. It's like, damn, the president. Did that candidate just say he's somewhat racist?
It's
I
crazy.
think I
He
might
goes-
vote for that guy.
I think the clip was, they're coming in, they're not all nice people. Some of them are nice, but some of them are rapists. Like, I think that was the big line he did. And I'm always shocked at how many people still are like, what? It's taken out of context. And I'm like, but it's not. You watch it, and it's like, no, that's exactly what he meant to say. But his defenders just defend it. They're like, no, leave him alone. Kind of.
To be honest, I wish Trump was still president. Shit was so much like if Trump was still president, at least the news would be divided between Trump and COVID instead of 100% COVID.
No, now it's
Because
confusing.
when he was out, they're like, all right, guys, Biden is not like there's no flash, there's no sexiness, there's nothing there for us to like. There's no content there. We got to go all COVID. All COVID.
Yeah,
Trump, there was like, Trump did this, but also a lot of people dying in Peru too. But Trump, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least they switched it up a little bit.
No, he that's the job of a CEO. Like if you look at a big corporation, right? A CEO is not lifting boxes. They're basically they're basically a pump-up team.
Yes,
they're
exactly.
basically
They
like a
talk with their
motivational
hands.
speaker.
Yeah.
They're like, hey,
we have an
you can
amazing
do it.
team here.
We got a great team.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna do it, and like that's all they're there to do.
Oh,
so he was actually maybe better at that than Biden, but Biden's better. It's better that Biden's in for a lot of political reasons, like just like some. Not a lot, because really this Democratic Party in America, like they don't really care about workers' rights. Like they're really screwing poor people just as much as Republicans now. So it's not that different.
The whole system of trying to elect one guy to govern a third of a billion is kind of crazy. You know what I mean? And it's like people just love A and B, no matter how many parties there are.
Only in America,
it always
though,
comes down to, well, I mean, here it's pretty much conservative liberal.
No,
it's not like NDP is going to win. It's not like any of these people actually ever get a shot at winning.
No, but NDP gets seats and they have an influence. In America, they've like legally almost set it up like you can't come in as a third party.
Yeah.
And if you do,
gerrymandering and all this shit and all that, but it's like an old broken system.
Yeah.
Set up so like, really, as long as you're old and white, you got a way to win the game. You know what I mean? That's what Biden is. They need an old white puppet.
Yeah.
With military experience. That's all. It doesn't even matter that he's not there mentally. Isn't that crazy? It doesn't matter that he's had brain surgery 3 times.
No, it's just you're like a motivational speaker. You're not
like,
there.
Look
to
at him.
Really
He is
work.
America in a body. Yes, you know what I mean. He is the withering nation.
He's the head of the snake.
He
is the attack.
Like smiling, all like white and like I'm 80.
What did he? I've seen him do. So in Australia, I see this woman. I always love when I find a brown conservative, and she does like these Biden rips from Australia. I think her name's like Nina something, Sky News Australia, like heavy right wing, whatever. She always has these rips. I don't know, like they're so bad they almost look fake. One time she had a clip of Biden, and he was like, "So we're gonna do it, and let's keep working hard and going further."
Like he had a little bit of a seizure at the end.
And then he just he just did like a
like
action.
he was on a wheelchair.
Like he was on a wheelchair or something. He's like, "We can do it." Oh, and he just like walked away. And dude, he there's always.
And as
these
soon as he
gaps.
went behind the curtain, a medic gave him like oxygen right to his
yeah. As soon as he walks behind stage, like 6 people are just coming.
like injecting right in the neck.
Yeah.
You ever seen when Mr. Burns how they keep him alive every week? That treatment they put Biden through that shit, break his back and shit, inject him with child's blood. You know,
I just love anytime Burns like someone tried to fight him or something. You're like, "I'll get you." Oh my head, and he just like fall or whatever. It is like it is kind of like that with Biden, man. He's just old. He's just old.
it's funny
and they couldn't.
It's funny how so many other nations are going with like younger and younger leaders.
Yeah.
Where it's like, let's find someone at the optimal point of like, there's a point of like young, kind of naive but driven ambition. That's with youth.
Yeah.
And then as you get older, you have wisdom, experience, pace, context.
That's contacts. That's what Biden
Contacts,
wants. He has
networking.
contacts.
Yeah. Like he knows this CEO, that CEO.
He knows
but
everything.
then I feel like, but the contacts, that just kind of like perpetuates the cycle of capitalism and
I mean,
what's it called?
They can't put up a real candidate in America. Like they can't. Like their politics is so dirty now. That they can't even be like. I wish we could put someone good in, but just the way it's all set up, like we gotta have.
No
a
one
psycho.
truly good and smart would want that role. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean? Like imagine like.
By
any
definition,
real
you're a
CEO
sociopath.
who has made it in the open market, who has succeeded in the open market.
Right.
Why the fuck would they? And besides, like a crazy, narcissist.
Only a marketing narcissist CEO, not a CEO who's executed on a real project. Like I'm talking about a real, like even
Like a
someone
Trump.
like Elon Musk. I would even say, like, as much as people hate him, whatever. he can execute on a real project. I think he would
No,
look
he
at
would
government.
never. He would never.
He would just look at it as like it would be too inefficient.
It wouldn't
I
make
can't
sense.
make everything happen the way I need to happen, so I just can't do it.
Sorry, yeah. The
But
pace of
other
work that
people-
he's used to
Yeah.
is like, we're going to sleep here. No one is leaving this building.
Yeah, and the efficiency.
Until this,
Like-
it's through the roof.
Through the roof with the.
I used to live in California, and like getting a job at Tesla, it was
Yeah.
like Amazon Tesla. If you're there for a year, you're a veteran.
Yeah.
The turnover is crazy because they
Crazy,
go
dude.
military
Amazon-
style. Like,
Amazon
you don't
just
want
tries
it.
to fire you, yeah.
You don't want it. Like,
Wow, they're like, did they
like
say that?
no one actually yells like that.
No,
but
no.
like effectively, how they do their hiring, firing is like, you know what I mean? He's leaving exactly at the time that his shift ends. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, he's not committed to he's not aligned with the longevity and mandate of the blah blah blah. I think in the next review,
He always leaves. Right?
he leaves when we stop paying him. This
the
is
pro-
a real
No,
problem.
but the best, like, what's the problem with the boss? He's just been showing up right on time. Not 5 minutes early? No. Has he ever been late? No. Don't risk it.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Get
they
rid
just
of him.
fire
Let's
you.
lose him. Yeah, let's lose
No,
him.
but just exactly on time. Well, he doesn't really care about the company. That's crazy.
like
dude.
someone offered me a job at Tesla.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, because I knew a guy who was working there, and he was just working like a dog. And this was when I was already at startup, and I could tell the startup vibe is not for me. I do not like what's happening. I do not like this bullshit.
How come?
Just like, especially working as a contractor. First of all, I'm not passionate about the work. I can't join.
You just want to do what you want to do. That's
Exactly.
the problem. But you could say that about any job. Why startup? Like any job is like, okay, this is draining my life. I don't want to do this shit.
But
I
a
wanna think
startup
about
has
me.
its pros and cons. But see, I was there as a consultant, which is kind of like a second level employee, so to speak.
Okay.
You're not a full time employee. It's almost like an extra. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like that treatment sucks.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to be
Dude, I
full
know at
time at a
Google,
startup
they
because
have-
that's when that bullshit kicks in of like, yeah, you end at 6, but work culture dictates you stay till 8.
Yeah.
Like when that work culture shit
Yeah.
starts adding a bubble
They
before
go,
and after.
you're leaving? We have a slide.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yo.
We're all gonna have Lagunitas beers, and we're going to the bar after.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
We're gonna jump in the ball pit and have a beer and then keep working till 2 a.m.
yeah,
What?
we got a
What's
couple
the problem?
slide decks. We're gonna probably pump out before midnight. It's like,
Wow.
I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
You're fired. But
You're just like, no, I have my own. Like,
I don't like that vibe. And Tesla was like aggressive. Like their engineers would get cut. They have a lot of metrics, so they
Yeah.
can just look at the system and you have a number. And there's like they make it so they minimize human discretion.
Right.
So the system goes fire him. You know what I mean? Like his score is 7. We fire everyone at below 7.5.
That's brilliant because
that's
they
how
just Amazon is like that too. Like I think they track like how much work you're getting done a day, and they tell you like this is what everyone did for this 6 months. So you're behind everyone. If you go below a certain thing, like you just get fired. It's almost like preemptively letting you know, like that's
But on the flip
you got
side
to be
of
on
it,
the run here. We'll let you go.
the only way to ensure 2-day shipping for everyone
Yeah.
is to get rid of every one of those immigrants who gave you the advice. $5 an hour, brother.
That's it.
You gotta get rid of that motherfucking mentality
That you gotta
to ensure
watch it.
2-day shipping.
You can't have
I
it.
don't want to work there, but I want to make. In fact, I want 1 hour shipping. I don't know what the fuck that looks like for human conditions, but I want the fastest shipping possible.
Yeah.
And that's what they got to do to ensure that, right?
Right.
So it's like.
I mean, I think we can have a balance. I don't think I think Amazon's hitting a point now. Like they are being like rough on their workers, and like as far as like their workers' rights stuff. So I do think there's flexibility for Amazon to still make money and just cool it on that.
Well,
Maybe
now
we
they
don't
have
need-
everything. Like if you go onto the bottom of Amazon's website,
Yeah.
The other day I just went down there for some reason, but it's like they have their hand in everything. They are the world. At this point.
They do, and if you think
like,
about it, like
Jesus.
nobody can really get mad at Jeff Bezos because now everyone's saying like capitalism, money, the market is God. The market, if you're righteous in the market, you'll rise up.
Look at
and then
this.
it's like this guy gets a monopoly, and they're like, oh, you have a monopoly, but it's like the monopoly's a championship ring.
It's insane.
The monopoly's like he worked and he got it, he killed it. So this is what now if he owns everyone.
Like look at this. Do you know that Amazon Web Services?
Yeah, they
like,
do websites.
They do like 80% of the internet.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they service space.
No,
like,
this is why Trump
and
is
There's
canceled.
something called S3 buckets or all this next level shit, like web hosting.
Yeah.
That Amazon has cornered. Look at
Dude,
this.
this is a big part of why Trump even got canceled is because Trump, even when they canceled him, it was like I remember it was like YouTube pulled up like YouTube, Twitter, and then or YouTube, Facebook, and then Amazon was like, okay, we're not allowing any of our web services to be associated with his
Oh,
stuff.
then that ruined them. Because
That
they're
was a
like,
big
we
part of
host
it.
the internet pretty much at this point.
Yeah, they
But
do
look,
80% of the
You go to
internet.
the bottom, it's like Amazon Music, Amazon Advertising, Amazon Business, Amazon Drive, Web Services, Amazon
Is that-
Photos, Blink, IMDb, Whole Foods Market, Goodreads,
Yeah.
Warehouse Deals, Blink. I don't even know what
Dude,
the
he
fuck
won an
Blink-
Oscar. I think he won an Oscar.
Did he?
Dude, he went to get the Oscar.
Jeff Bezos? For what?
Either an Oscar or an Emmy, whatever. He's at like, dude, he's
He's
in-
acting now?
No, not acting. As the executive producer of the thing.
You can win stuff for that?
Dude, he is
Emmy
this
or
guy
Oscar?
doesn't fuck around. He made Amazon Prime. So even that he has to win, he has to be the best. So even that he wins the awards, dude. They're winning so many awards. He's building a network. Legit.
That's insane.
Dude, have you seen
Amazon
Yellowstone?
wins 3 Oscars. Okay, well, Amazon won it
Amazon won
for
it.
their original productions. That's
He's
not
a
Bezos.
executive producer.
Like, he accepted it.
He goes.
Well, that's fine, but I
Yeah.
thought like he was acting or he.
No, not acting,
You
no,
know
no.
what it is.
He's
He's the
executive-
top guy who's just like, I think I would like to accept the award. Of course, Mr. Bezos. Of course, I think
Yeah, they have to.
no other
Yeah,
person would be. I couldn't
Look,
think of a better
man.
person. You know what I mean? Can you think of a very executive producer,
Yeah.
fucking dick sucking motherfucking parasite around him? Like, I could not think of a better person to accept it.
Well, that's what you could say. Like even like Harvey Weinstein was like that. He was the guy who.
But at least he had a good eye for movies. He was a predator, but the motherfucker had a great eye for movies.
But that's what I'm saying. I think Bezos does too. I think the
For
same
business.
thing that he does in business. I think he's doing it in Prime, and like he's picking bangers, dude. Have you seen Man in the High Castle?
I have not.
Very tight.
Should I consider it?
You should consider, especially if you like that war documentary we were watching, because Man in the High Castle is an alternate history where Germany wins World War II.
This is your job in Germany.
This is your job.
Do not fraternize. Do not ridicule. Do not make friends. The German is an untrustworthy person.
The hand that reaches out for a handshake today was Zig Heiling just 6 months ago. And he's not shaking your hand because he's your friend. He's
Ask
shaking your hand because
these,
he
the
lost.
victims of the German greed. The maliciousness which knows no limits. Like, it's
They
just
have-
like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, you
You could
became...
just plug and play whatever culture and give it to soldiers and be like, I'm going to fucking kill these people.
Yeah, it's crazy
The
how...
Taiwanese, no.
Yeah, they did it with Vietnam too. Vietnam.
Empathy. Oh, of course. Of course. Anytime you go somewhere, you
gotta-
got to give people that fucking... They bring in the AV cart like grade 6.
Yeah.
All right, soldiers, we're going to watch this movie.
Here's
No,
why
we're
the
gonna be
people we're going to go kill tomorrow are animals and they
Yeah.
deserve to die. Here we go.
Good evening, heroes of America. Yo, bro.
Future heroes of America.
You want to land the podcast?
Yeah, man. Yo, thanks for watching.
Let's fucking do it, bro. We hit
wrap
that
it down.
hour mark. This is a banger, bro.
Yeah, this is good conversation, man. Thanks for having me. My name is Amish Patel. You can...
Yo, take a look at the camera. Look at the camera. You were wrapping it up like I was wrapping in 10 seconds. Bro,
Oh.
we're off air in 10 seconds. Quick.
No, let's do it.
Yeah.
Check out, I do The Drip every Monday. It's a live podcast on YouTube. The Drip, and you can check out my meditation show. If you go to meetup.com/loveoracle, you can come to
That's
the
not
meditation.
a joke, by the way.
That's
Like,
not a yeah, I do a loving
Say it
kindness
again?
meditation. It's a meetup.com/loveoracle, and you can also just follow me on Instagram for all the stuff that I'm doing at Fade to Brown, FADETOBROWN. Come to meditation though. That loving kindness meditation
That
is
was
very
dope.
powerful.
That was dope.
Yeah, a boss came and you enjoyed it, eh? That's great.
And you had a good fucking system. You have the whole thing, the process down. You had a follow up of how did you enjoy the meditation? And then after, I had to unsubscribe from your shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest with you.
Wow, really?
Like 9 emails from it. Tell us how your meditation was. This is next
I don't
week's.
send emails.
It told me, how was it? It told me who's on next week. And then it's like, make sure to sign up. Like,
Oh, at meetup.com/loveoracle?
I think
Oh, it's
whatever the
meetup.
fuck.
I think meetup.com
Yeah,
is sending
Meetup,
those
they're
out.
aggressive.
Good for them. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
right? I thought it was all set up by you. I'm like,
No, I
look
didn't
at
set that.
Amish with a good
Wow,
system in
I
place.
wish. Make my congregation grow, meetup.
I said, brother.
Brother,
Right?
brother.
Meetup, we only need 2 emails a week. Brother.
I only love God
Imagine
too
the
much.
immigrant
Brother,
that
I love
knows-
God too much. Brother, I love God too much. I have to tell everyone, brother.
Yo, as always, scroll below. All his links will be in the description. From my end, like I said before, go to abbaswahab.com. Links will be up for tour dates in late March. Check those out. Ontario, I'm going to be fucking everywhere. I'm amped. It's going to be sick. Support the show directly at patreon.com/the Immigrant Section. Follow me on social and the Immigrant Section. All that stuff. Amish, this
Thank
has
you,
been
brother.
a pleasure, brother.
Very nice.
Let's do it again soon, okay?
Yeah, let's do it again, man. Great studio. Love it.
Fuck yeah. All right, until next time, y'all been great. Peace.
Peace.